Hi, Guido Fox here. Welcome bij een nieuw spiritual book report. Today I want to talk with you about this book, The Aspects of Meditation, Book 3, Awareness, the Key. And it's the third book on a row of the four books of Osho about the aspects of meditation. So first we had the body, the second book was meditation, the jumping off point, and the third one is awareness, that is the key, so consciousness is the key. And on page 5 he said, he wrote down or whatever, that inner darkness, feelings of split with yourself, is a lower consciousness level. So, how more you're feeling yourself split from yourself, divide from yourself, how lower your consciousness is. How more evil thoughts, how more frustration in your body and in your mind, and you want to hit someone because you are so frustrated, how more stiff in your body, how more stiff in your soul, how more inner darkness, how lower your consciousness is. So, consciousness is related to inner darkness feelings. And I think that is very important to mention, because the most people are thinking that psychological help will be helpful to and supportive to remove your inner darkness. So how you think about that thoughts, where those thoughts are coming from, and there all this shit is coming from, because you go in a rationalization process. You're going in a thinking process about what you think, and that's a society trick to stay you in a mental disease. So all the psychological help doesn't functionate, because everyone is staying mental sick, because you cannot change the system, this energetic system, with this method to think about how you think, because that is still a rational mind process and will be not supportive for more ecstatic feelings and enjoying the moment fully, full with your without your toxic garbage in your energetic system. So spirituality is above rationality, is above the standard society rational supportive psychological psychiatry systems, because they staying in the mind, and your mind is toxic, your mind is evolutionary, is surviving, your mind is a surviving mechanism, so you cannot find the holy grail there. So that is what I see, so many methods from how you think about kind of thoughts, where they're coming from, why they are so negative, doesn't work out, because you stay in the rational phase, and you want to escape from that rational phase. You want to go to the higher mind, you want to go to chakra activations, you want to go there. Then you will enjoying the moment more fully and more with deep higher awareness, and your inner darkness is going out, is away. So inner darkness is not related to mind, is not related how you think about kind of thoughts, but are related to consciousness. I think that is the most important lesson from page number 5. Page 10. It's all about sexual energy. And spirituality and sexuality is heavily combined. If you're not flowing sexual wise in your life, you never will flow spiritual wise. Sexuality has to flow in your life. It's your life force. You have to enjoy it from the very early until the long term relationship or combinations with that. High spiritual is high sexual. High sexual is high spiritual. Buddha had so many women. I heard 400 until 1,000 women. So he had a lot of choice. He lived in an abundance situation. Krishna had 2,000 wives. 2,000 wives. You cannot imagine. That means he can have sex with 3 women per day in variety. It's unbelievable. Sometimes I think, in what kind of heaven or paradise you're living. You walk in the garden and oh yeah, I like to go to my harem house and yeah, I pick someone over there. So there's no effort there. There's relaxing. You can enjoy the bodies, and that causes the search for enlightenment. And I talked with you that in the previous video that royals are more interested in spirituality and from nature wise because they have everything. And when you live in so much sexual abundance, you create an urge in yourself to go to higher Maslow pyramid stages. So it's first you want to have food, then you have house, then you have society carriness, then you have family, and then sexuality, and then as last stage there come enlightenment. So self-transcendence is the highest form in Maslow pyramid. There you go. If you go that sexual abundance phase, so you see enlightenment masters were all nearly always in a sexual abundance phase, and I think that Jesus were also in his trip to Egypt, India, from his 14 years to 30 years, had also a lot of sexual contacts with several women. For sure that he has his adventurous tour there. So there is a very deep connection with a sexual urge and overcome the fighting, striving. Oh, I want more girls, more girls, more girls. You become at ease, and from that at ease there comes a spiritual searching tour. What also very interesting is that the sexual thing apart, so the sex with a woman is a kind of meditation because you're fully naked. You give your ego away. I mean, people can judge you and your body. You're very free and you live very in the moment. So the ego and moment-wise sex, very in the moment, you're fully attention to each other. So that's also a kind of spiritual activity. So sex is a spiritual activity by itself, and that is also the cause. You cause also some spiritual searching tour because you're enjoying it so much, and then also you're so in the moment. So there's some spiritual afgeleide from sex. So sex is een spiritual afgeleide van een deeper spiritual search. So sexuality and spirituality is actually heavily combined to each other. So beyond sexual energy, so spirituality is beyond sexuality. It's the circle of sex energy. So the opening of the 7 centers, the Amrita Nadi line, is actually the sex energy in your body. So sexual energy in your body and transforming that sexual energy into higher spiritual realms are very, very necessary. So what you see a lot of guys who are very good with girls, with a lot of experience with different bodies, different souls, different social persons, of course, create an urge for more spiritual awakening. So because they don't need anymore, right? Oh, I need that girl. I want to have a better girl. Blah blah blah. You come at ease. You're chill and you relax and you're enjoying your life. So your spiritual tour starts mostly the case by guys by a sexual tour, by a seducing tour. So that's what you see by the most guys, like Krishna, 2000 wives, Buddha, 400. You see first sexual development and then the spirituality. The spiritual development is kicking in. Um, People live without any creativity. That's the next subject of page 3-4. People who are moving into creativity, that is actually our spiritual movement. So you want to change something in the outside world and you use there your creative powers, right? You want to do something different. If you're creative, you go out of boundaries. You go out of traditional boundaries. So what you see in people who are very creative is actually already also a starting point for a spiritual tour, a spiritual search in your life. So creativity is also very heavily linked with spirituality. So first you go creative feelings, your creativity. You know, we put in a business or whatever. You set up a business or some organization, or you make paintings, or you make music, or whatever you're doing. You're creative. Actually, you want to create something in your inner body. So that's funny to see, right? So people who are in creative jobs have actually a very spiritual journey, but they are further than people who are not creative and just follow the rules and doing what society or whatever people are telling to them. So creativity is actually also a first step for spiritual development. So it is actually creativity and it's also sexual development that combined leads to a search for higher spiritual development. So sexuality and creativity are also heavily linked. So that's what you see. People becoming more better with women or with men or whatever with seducing are also very creative people because you want to create an energy mix. You want to create a bonding, right? So that's what you see in seducing and social dialogue and meeting other persons. You want to create a bonding to with each other. So you are creating, and you get also because of the variety of bodies, you become also more creative because you give it so much sexual impulsive. You get so many different stories from people that makes you creative and it gives you life energy, what you want to explore further. So that's also what you see if you're a high sexual developed man or women. You become more creative and you want to share that energy, what you get from someone else, right? This 1 + 1 is 3 here. Two persons make a tremendous, wonderful energy, and you want to transpose that energy to the outer world. So sexuality, variety is very much combined with sexuality, with creativity. So I think that's very interesting to say. So creativity is a pre-stage for the deepest form of self-realization. So it's a narrative. I was searching for that word, narrative. So your creativity is already a narrative for finding higher spiritual development. So Sexuality and spirituality is heavily combined, but also creativity. So it's creativity, sexuality, and spiritual growth are going hand in hand and create a massive higher consciousness level who are tackling all your inner dark thoughts and your inner darkness. So, what I should say, if you want to be more happy, go in more in sexuality, learn about sexuality, have more partners, have open relationships, do a little bit crazy right in this life. Don't take everything so seriously and don't listen to your parents or to what kind of organization who tell to you you have only one partner all your life. Mix it, enjoy it, touch each other, and become more creative. People who are in creative jobs, creative businesses are much more happy than just follow the rules and be more an administration job or a job who is following the rules and the lines, right? So that's what you see. More creativity makes you also more happy. Thank you for watching this wonderful video, and I see you by the next episode. Hi.